Lent has always been associated with the Christian tradition of penance. The ashes we receive on Ash Wednesday harken back to the day when the penitent would rend their clothes and sprinkle ashes on their head as a sign of their repentance. However, this season of Lent is about a lot more than just penance. It is a spiritual journey, a trek through spiritual austerities that challenge us to let go of our old selves and be renewed in the image of Christ as creatures of the community of God. Lent represents life from birth to death to resurrection on that wonderful and joyous Easter day. It is a symbol of our spiritual journey to become Christ-like, to die to ourselves, to let Christ give us our identities and fill up our essence. It is a baptism of death to our old habits, prejudices, assumptions, and virtues. It is rebirth into that wonderful promise of Easter morning. So we will practice a meditation each day of Lent that represents the Lenten season and the Lenten journey in microcosm. To the penitence of Ash Wednesday, represented by the clearing of the psychic channels with inner fire. To death, represented by the practice of the cooling breath and immersion in water. To rebirth, represented by the practice of Jesus Yoga. This meditation is a Lenten journey through penitence, death to our old sinful selves, and rebirth as children of God and disciples of Christ. This meditation has 3 stages: penance, death or baptism, and rebirth. We will use a session of the inner fire meditation to cleanse our central and lateral channels from the accumulated filth of our sin. Once we have completed this, we will use the cooling breath meditation to drown ourselves in baptismal water, letting go of our old sinful habits, prejudices, assumptions, virtues, and predispositions. After symbolically dying to our old selves in the cool water of our baptismal meditation, we will then invite Jesus into our heart, and letting him dwell there for some moments, let him expand to the limits of our own body, so that in a sense we become Jesus Christ, and his attributes, blessings, and virtues become our own. Obviously, it is not our prerogative to become Jesus Christ. However, through this process we can become Christ-like in a very real and palpable sense. We can become a creature of the community of God, a person endued with the life of Christ, a true ambassador of Christ to this broken and fallen world. Sit in meditative position with your eyes closed and back straight. You should be able to fill your lungs completely with air, if you so wish. Start to breathe gently and slowly. Concentrate on your breath. Let all thoughts about future obligations or past memories fall away. Visualize your central channel. It is just behind your spinal cord, a finger's breadth in diameter and transparent. It rises from your perineum all the way to the crown of your head. Now picture your lateral channels. They curve upwards from the central channel a little below your belly and rise parallel to the central channel up to your crown. From there they dive downwards and meet your nostrils. Picture Jesus about 1 foot tall in the space 4 feet in front of you. His stomach should be aligned with yours. He's giving off a brilliant light. This light all gathers to his stomach. A bright orange and red flame shoots from his belly. Catch it with your intention on your navel area. Now gather this flame into a glowing ember, about the size of a small seed. With your attention, reach out and place the seed in your central channel behind your navel. Feel the intense heat of it burning there. Breathe in. When you are done inhaling, hold your breath and gently squeeze the muscles of your pelvic floor, while you are also pushing down gently with your diaphragm. Swallow to really compress the air between these two muscle locks. Hold your breath for as long as you can, then release root lock and stomach lock as you exhale. Imagine the heat from the smoldering ember shoot up your central channel to the crown of your head as you exhale. Do this 5 more times. Inhale. Send the air into the central channel, fueling the burning ember, whose heat increases with each breath. Hold breath, applying root lock and stomach lock. Exhale, releasing root lock and stomach lock and sending the heat of the ember up your central channel. On the 7th inhalation, hold your breath, apply root lock and stomach lock, and feel your stomach begin to blaze as if it is in the midst of a bonfire. Hold your breath for as long as you can. As you exhale and release the muscle locks, imagine that the red-hot ember in your central channel behind your navel explodes, sending a torrent of flame up your central channel. As it meets each chakra, it ignites all the nastiness and filth present there, and reduces it to ashes. When this sea of fire reaches your crown, it melts, releasing the pure nectar of liquid gossamer bliss that drips down your cleansed central channel, down to your belly. Feel it pour through your chakras like living water. When it meets the glowing ember in your stomach, feel it explode in a tsunami of bliss. Let this bliss wash over your entire body. Feel your atoms vibrate with the bliss's frequencies. Now bring your attention back to Jesus. Imagine the orange flame from his belly dissolving, but continue to imagine a bright ember in your navel. Now picture an azure brilliance from Jesus' throat. A cold, blue, icy wind blows from his throat. Catch it with your attention on your own throat. Feel the wind chill your neck like ice. Gather this chill wind into a compact snowball about the size of a small seed. With your attention, place this seed in the central channel behind your throat. Fold your tongue laterally, that is, with the sides of the tongue curved inwards, almost meeting each other. Begin to breathe through your mouth over this curled up tongue. Feel the cool sensation in your mouth and throat as you breathe in. When your breath is completed, unfold your tongue and hold your breath, and apply stomach lock and chin lock. For chin lock, pull your chin towards your chest while simultaneously pushing your chest up towards your chin. Hold these locks in place while you hold your breath, feeling the snowball in your central channel becoming colder, like a frigid wind on a cold winter's night. When you are ready, release chin lock and stomach lock and exhale. Send an arctic wind up to the crown of your head, allowing it to blow away all your mental habits, assumptions, and predispositions. Do this 5 more times. Fold your tongue laterally, inhaling through your mouth. Hold your breath. Apply chin lock and stomach lock while unfolding your tongue. Release chin lock and stomach lock and exhale, sending a cold wind up the central channel to the crown of your head. On your seventh inhalation, fold your tongue, breathe in through your mouth. Trap that energy between chin lock and stomach lock as you hold your breath, and unfold your tongue. When it is time to exhale, release chin lock and stomach lock, and, as you breathe out, feel the snowball explode into a river of frigid water. Send this water throughout your body, except for your stomach. Let it cleanse you from all the filth and gunk of the years. Let it drown your mental habits, predispositions, assumptions, and ignorance. Let it inundate your very sense of self. Feel lost in this continuous ocean within your body. Feel yourself dying to everything you once knew, losing all sense of identity as you drift deeper into the water. Now send this water from the snowball down into your stomach. Imagine it swirling around the glowing ember as you start another inhalation. Hear this river hiss as the embers throw it away in great billowing clouds of steam. Hold your breath and apply root lock and stomach lock. Feel the steam begin to build in your stomach like a pressure cooker. Hold your breath for as long as you can. When you exhale, imagine that the steam erupts from your tummy, up your central channel, and throughout the rest of your body, picking up toxins as it charges through your blood. Imagine that as it surges towards your skin, it pushes the waters of your baptism before it, like a great steam-driven tsunami. When it reaches your skin, imagine the steam erupting out of your pores like the pressure valves on a steam engine. It blows all the water out of your body. You become a fountain, shooting water out of every direction. The water falls to the ground around you, rainbow-colored with the grease, toxins, and sins that were inside of you. Now bring your attention to your stomach and to your throat. Let the glowing ember and the white frigid snowball dissolve. Bring your attention to Christ. Let the light from his throat dissolve as well. Keep your attention on Christ. Visualize a white beam from his forehead that shoots into your forehead. Simultaneously, visualize a blue beam from his throat that shoots into your throat, and a red beam from his heart that shoots into your heart. Breathe as though you are breathing from your forehead, throat, and heart. Pull this light into yourself, letting it illuminate your inner spaces. Feel Christ's wisdom enlightening your mind, Christ's assurance of God's care filling your throat, and Christ's loving kindness for all living creatures swelling your heart. Now imagine this image of Christ moving until it is floating above your head. Watch all the chakra points of Jesus glow as they enter the empty space between your head, all contracting into a single beam of brilliant white light. This light shoots into your crown and down your central channel, separating into different light components when it reaches the corresponding chakra. Again, feel your forehead expand with Christ's wisdom. Feel your throat enlarge with Christ's assurance of God's care and love. Feel your heart swell with Christ's loving kindness to all creatures. Feel your stomach move with Christ's compassion for all those who are suffering. Feel your sacrum glow with Christ's deep motivation to release all creatures from the suffering of the world and bring them to the community of God. Feel your perineum lift up with Christ's affirmation of the dignity of all living creatures. Dwell in this wonderful sense of all the virtues of Jesus Christ becoming yours. Now concentrate on the figure of Jesus above your head. Pronounce the seed syllable hum. Draw out the syllable. Imagine Christ surrounded by a bubble of vibrations from this hum syllable. As you run out of breath, imagine Jesus shrinking slightly as you breathe in and renew the hum bubble around him. Do this 6 more times. Each time you end the hum sound, the bubble around Jesus contracts him into a smaller figure. Hum. 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 Now pronounce the hum syllable one more time, and as you do, imagine the hum bubble contracting Jesus into a glowing pearl. Hum. The pearl sits right above your crown. Now breathe in deeply and pronounce the hum syllable one more time. As you exhale and start your hum syllable, imagine your crown swallowing the Jesus pearl. Let the vibrations of hum guide and push this pearl down your central channel. Feel the hum massaging your insides as it descends to your heart. Let the hum rest at your heart and let it resonate. The pearl comes to a stop in your heart, and Christ sits upon an open bloom of your compassion within your heart. Take some time to perfect this visualization. Hum. Take in a deep breath. When you exhale, visualize Jesus expanding to the borders of your body, while your own body is effervescing and dissolving into Jesus' body of light. Jesus and you merge together. You are one, inseparable in body and mind. Now there are two positions you should avoid here. First, you should not imagine this to be a sort of distillation of Jesus into your own body. You and Jesus are without confusion, without change, without division, and without separation. In the words of the Chalcedon formula, you no longer have an I. Your ego has completely dissolved away. There is no separating between Jesus and you. You are lifting your virtues and your life into that of Jesus, dissolving into Christ. This is also not supposed to be an ego trip, as if you remain the same, but now you have the body of Christ. Your sense of self completely disappears into the life of the Trinity. You are no longer an individual. You are an activity within the community of God and the life of the Trinity. Your atoms vibrate to the same notes as the sweet celestial music of the divine perichoretic dance of the Trinity. You are radiating a bright light out to all those who dwell in darkness. You rejoice when they lift up their faces and see your light. Feel your heart swell with Jesus' love, the sort of love that will endure a crucifixion for the salvation of all suffering beings. Dwell in this love. Let it fill your entire being. Let your atoms vibrate with its frequencies. Feel your heart breaking with the desire to save all creatures from pain. Feel your heart ache with a desire to bring all beings to the community of God. When you are finished, simply let the light you are emanating dissolve into emptiness. Dwell in that emptiness. Pray that the shape of your life and your ethics will become increasingly molded to Christ, and that Christ will fill you up with His wisdom and set you on the true path of discipleship.